Boom, I'm trying to hit the button. I think I might have. Hi.
You have
Hi,
managed to hit.
hi,
You've managed to hit your
hi.
button. Congratulations.
I hit my button. I found it. Wait, that's a guy's line.
No, we never hit the button. We're
No.
renowned for it.
Okay, wait a minute. Where are my cigarettes? Hi, guys.
Good
I found my cigarette.
morning. Good stupid time of the day to anybody who's over that
Sorry
side of the
for a
pond.
minute or two late. I was having issues with my coffee. It was not cooperating. I mean, it was cooperating. I just put too much sugar in it because you can't see.
Hmm.
How many people actually go by spoon, and how many people just pour it in and do it by eye? Well, I do it by eye, or I used to do it by eye. Guess what's hard to do by eye when you can't
Well,
see
yes.
everything?
Hmm. Um, well, it depends what it is. If it's something like coffee or sugar being added to something, I will tend to do it by spoon.
Really?
Yeah, because it's going to be something I'm going to be eating, drinking, tasting, or what have you. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a vague idea that it's within my sort of bounds of tolerance
Well, I
or
get that.
what's normally
But if
acceptable.
you're using the same cup over and over and over again, you kind of know where to eyeball it to, you know?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Every
Yeah,
day, several times a
yeah,
day.
maybe, but there's always the chance of when you're sort of tipping, you I don't know, little muscle twitch, so you dump the half the contents in.
Yeah. True. That's what happened today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. I was so excited to get here that I
Hmm.
wasn't paying attention. Wait, let
Yes,
me see the
she was so
chat.
she was so excited to see you all. She had to twitch
Wait, that's
people. That's how much she loves you.
I had a twitch. Oh, stop it.
What?
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Say hi to our friends.
I'm about to. Um,
Well,
and
then do it.
Irish Dublin is the first one that we see. And
Okay.
good morning.
Good
Um,
morning. Good
I
morning.
hopefully it's a clinic they've heard today, so she says she may or may not
Oh,
be there. Well,
but we love you.
yeah, and hopefully it will turn out to be not such a bad day as you
I hope
fear.
your clinic day goes as surprisingly well as mine did yesterday. Cause like usually it's a shit day for me, but it it went real easy. Not great or anything. It's not like oh they threw me a party or but it wasn't as bad as I expected, and yeah. So good luck.
Yeah. Hi, just another nut.
Hello,
And
just another. Hello.
yes, Zebulon 181, the European tour, the MG
Mm, mm,
European tour.
mm, mm, mm.
Um,
This would
good
be my
eve
third.
third.
I've been to Europe twice other times.
Ah, right. Okay. Yes, I suddenly realised you were referring to in real life as opposed to
In real life, yes.
these. Oh.
No,
Good.
just spiritually there.
Aha. Good evening, Taipan.
Hi there, Mr. Taipan. So,
Good morning, Brendan Riley, who is, I suspect,
ooh.
on the other side of the pond since he's having a good yawn.
Well, yeah,
Being,
he's in New
being,
York.
being,
He's in my stomping grounds.
but New York is never sleeps, so
Dude,
you can
Brendan,
you can stop that yawning, Mister Brendan.
check it out. Yes, it doesn't mean we're not tired at times. So, yesterday I went to the clinic and the nurse I had to deal with yesterday has a particular accent. And my caregiver had never noticed it before. So she's like, "What kind of accent is that?" He's like, "Boston." I was like, "Yeah, I heard that the first time we met." He's like, "Yeah." And he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. I was like, "Red Sox fan?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, I looked down at my hoodie because of course I'm wearing one of my Yankee hoodies. I was like, "Does that mean we have to fight now?" And he's like, "Nah." I I saw that when you were walking over, and I dealt with it then, you know. And my caregiver was just like, "What? Huh?" Because she don't know, she don't understand shit. She's from down south, and it's like, "What? Huh?" But yeah,
Well, yeah, not everybody understands the minor differences in
I told him I was sorry for
sporting
him.
fans.
Yeah, no, I was like, so really, you're actually a Red Sox fan? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I left.
And is there a particular rivalry between the Red Sox and the Yankees?
Of course, it's all over Babe Ruth. They were dumb.
Okay, yes, that's right. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that now. It's just that
And
in this
Boston and
country,
New York has
yeah,
always have a rivalry, just as the cities.
okay. I mean, because
So
in this country, I mean, there's lots of football teams,
yeah,
and okay, they have obviously got a degree of rivalry if they're in the same league or have been in the same league, but
yeah,
there's
certain ones have
there's
history.
there's some that have got a particular history of,
Yeah,
like, Tottenham Hotspur fans hate Arsenal fans and vice versa.
why is that?
Both they're both London teams. I don't know.
Oh, probably because they're both London teams. With
Yeah,
Boston
but
and
there
New
are
York,
other
it, oh,
London teams
oh,
like
then
West Ham United.
maybe we can
Um,
find out why they have a particular rivalry. Then,
I I don't care. They're football fans. They're stupid. Sorry, any
oh,
football
stop
fans.
you. See, it's
Um,
just it's part of the fun. Um, but Boston and New York have always had a rivalry as cities. So
hmm,
then, when the whole thing with the teams came in, that just made it even more pronounced. And then, but it could have been worse. I told my caregiver. I said he could have been from LA and been a Dodgers fan. I'm not even gonna go into that. Dodgers used to be a
uh,
New York team.
okay.
They broke our hearts. I'm
Yes.
bummed.
Hmm.
Anyways, keep going.
Yep. Where were we? Good morning, Jason. Good to see you.
Hey,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, and yes, another one up at silly o'clock.
Silly, silly black.
Bellywood, hello there,
Hey, baby.
and thank you for pressing the like button.
Thank
The like
you.
the like button is there to be pressed, ladies and gentlemen.
Caress her. Thank you. What?
Okay.
Well, Leon Lush has hip thrusted. Mr. Ballin has all kinds of terrible things to do with it. I want you to lightly caress the like button, please.
Hmm.
She's a queen. Treat her like one.
Right.
Good.
Yes. Good morning, Captain Cactus. Um, and Bellywood, good luck in finding the best coffee in Greenwich, even if it
Wait a
kills you.
minute. Connecticut or London, England? I need to know.
It's a very good thing because
Because I
I've got
can
a
tell
feeling
you where to go in Greenwich, Connecticut. I cannot tell you where to go in Greenwich, England.
good good catch because I think Bellywood is in England.
I think so, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure, so that's why I need to know.
Hmm.
Because I can tell you where to go in Greenwich, Connecticut. I got most of the tri state area covered,
Mhm.
which is New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
Yeah. Yeah, I think definitely. Yes. She's confirmed it. But she did start saying North London rivals about the football teams. So knowing
Oh,
that North London almost makes it guaranteed, and she
yeah.
does confirm that she's in London.
Well, cool.
Mm.
I don't know where to send you then, but it's cool. I always wondered why they called it Greenwich when it's Greenwich.
It's like a lot of place names. The pronunciation doesn't bear any resemblance to the spelling. It's just
Uh,
a it's just a bastardization, whatever that's happened over a period of time.
I
Lazy
thought
affectations of
maybe.
speech.
Well, I was wondering because like we pronounce it the same exact way, and that doesn't happen all the time. You know.
This is very true. Just goes to prove how silly the Americans are. And
Do
in
you know
that
why
pregnant,
Daniel Webster made his dictionary?
because he couldn't find his copy of the OED.
No, but it had to do with the OED.
Uh-huh.
He was a high
You
school.
know, sorry, sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
No, 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 no. Obviously, here.
No, ladies first. So
No, 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 no. Obviously, it's not for it. Go ahead.
I was about to say, you know, an interesting fact about that OED now, don't you?
Um, do I?
Yes.
What? What?
Well, whilst your little brain is trying to catch up with the conversation we had last night, um,
I don't.
hi, Graham.
Hi, Graham. Hey, sweetheart. How's your daddy?
Um,
I don't know what you're talking about.
hi, ex America 101X. Hi, Joshua Lee.
Hello, hello, hello.
Mhm.
Welcome
Yeah.
to our coffee. You got your coffee? I got my coffee.
Mhm.
What are we
And
drinking this morning, guys? I'm drinking coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, French vanilla, with half and half and cream, because I like a 75-25 instead of a 50-50. A little bit of sugar, and I'm all good. And my grams, and I'm drinking out of the cup Graham gave me.
mhm. um,
My coffee, Bob.
I well, I've had a drink of orange juice, but I
Is
will
it
be
squash
opening
or juice?
juice
Oh,
called
wow.
a Tesco own brand, which is not which is better than you'd expect. And I've
Is it
got
fresh
a
squeezed or concentrated?
it's from concentrate, but it's not actually bad.
You need Tropicana fresh squeezed.
Um,
If you like orange juice, that's the best.
yeah, I,
And you can get it. There's so many different ones with pulp, without pulp, a lot of pulp, little pulp, no pulp.
we generally have with or without. We don't faff
Oh my
around with
god.
all the various gradations of
Well, you
in
know how
between.
things, you know how people like their shit the way they like their shit here. So
Yes.
they got like 20 different kinds. You know what they do have that I really enjoy is their blended juices. Oh god, some good stuff there.
Hmm.
So what are you guys drinking now?
Um,
I didn't know you
Brendan's,
actually drank juice instead of just squash all the time. That was interesting.
yeah, I occasionally um, get a carton of juice. It's ambient, so it doesn't have to be sort of chucked in the fridge.
What do you mean? Why you don't like your juice cold?
It's yeah, not necessarily. I don't like really cold drinks particularly.
Not even water?
Um,
Cold
well,
water on a hot day is beautiful.
depends what you mean by cold. I like it sort of like my beer, just get slightly under room temperature type stuff.
I can handle that, but
Hmm.
sometimes it's just you need some really nice ice cold water. Just sometimes you do.
Hmm.
Just do.
Um, is that I'm not a great fan of the ice cold stuff.
Okay. You weird.
Hello, lolcow cellite.
Hello.
I'm almost
Welcome.
certainly pronouncing that incorrectly. Um, say Brendan's drinking coffee
Yay.
with just a drop of milk, no sugar. Captain Cactus,
Mm.
a man after my own heart, drinking black coffee.
Yep. Figure that.
Hmm.
Hmm. Now the question is, are you drinking it at home or at your little cafe?
Not sure, but he again, I agree with him on this one. His coffee frustration is asking for an americano and then getting asked if he wants milk with it.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
That's
that gets me a little bit as well.
every time it gets so. Why is that? It's I've never seen that happen here. It must be a British thing. You guys heard Americano, or maybe it's just the coffee culture in America that everybody knows exactly what everything is. You know,
Hmm. Well, the thing that bugs me is, I mean,
you can
I
have
am
an Americano without, I suppose,
well. That's
or with.
I mean,
Either way is what I mean. And I guess, I mean, can you? Is it same thing even?
um as far well, I am not a coffee snob. Um, I'll drink anything from instant coffee up to whatever. And yeah, I go into coffee shops, places, and I go in and ask for a black coffee normally. Or I used to go in and ask for a black coffee.
You're right.
And I I forget where it was, but somebody asked me if I wanted an americano,
Which
and I said I don't know. I want black coffee.
okay.
So they said that's an americano. Okay,
Okay.
and then they obviously used the coffee machine and made me an americano. And I was thinking,
Mm,
I thought you're going to give me a coffee from the filter machine you got behind you,
yeah.
but
Wait, what kind of machine were they using?
well,
Like
a stand,
espresso?
yeah, a standard espresso machine.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
what an americano is apparently is espresso watered down.
Yeah. And you can have
So
milk or no milk.
yeah, but no. As I was told, espresso is a black coffee,
Yes.
but you obviously can have milk with it if you want.
Yes.
But if you ask for an espresso, you're asking for a black coffee. If you
But you
want it
didn't ask for
milky,
espresso.
you say, "Can I have an espresso with some milk?"
Okay. But you didn't ask for espresso even. You asked for
No,
black coffee,
I just asked for black coffee.
which would be
And
it's
he,
something completely different.
yeah, and
Where did you go for this? Because this is weird. You ask for
this,
black coffee and they give you espresso.
yeah,
That's
no,
weird.
sorry, they gave me an americano.
Yeah, but still, it starts with espresso. Coffee and espresso are completely different things. Completely, the way they're made, the way it's a different thing completely. I wouldn't use espresso in my coffee machine because it's ground differently. You know, it's unless I want an espresso type coffee, but there's coffee beans that are just like what I used in a filter machine. That would be black coffee if I didn't put milk or sugar in it, right?
Right.
What he gave you was espresso. Yes, it's watered down, but that doesn't make it coffee. You see what I'm saying?
Um,
It doesn't make it
again,
coffee. They're two different things.
again, I'm not a coffee snob. I'm
Well,
not saying you
you
are, but
no, I
I'm,
don't. I am a little bit, but I'm just saying you can obviously understand that they're two different things. They wouldn't be called different things if they weren't.
yeah,
Just because
but
you water one down does not
they
make it
are
the other thing.
they are both forms of coffee.
But forget it. The one time,
It,
you should be pedantic. You're not. You're being obtuse. It doesn't make
um,
sense. Are you trying
possibly.
to be obtuse, or is this coming
No,
naturally?
no.
Okay.
Oh, believe me, it's natural.
Okay.
Um, it's to me, you have instant coffee. You put something in a mug, you pour hot water in it, you make coffee.
Yeah, you need
You
water
could,
for any of it.
yeah, okay. Then you can add milk if you want. You can add
Yeah.
syrup flavings if you want. You can put sprinkles on top of it if you want. But basically,
Mm-hmm.
it all starts with you have essentially some black coffee to begin with, or a dark, um, a drink with no additives in a mug.
Mm-hmm.
You then move on to a filter coffee by whatever mechanism device you want, gravity feed, generally speaking, hot water through the grounds, through a filter,
Mm-hmm.
into a receptacle, you pour it into a mug. You have a black
Mm-hmm.
coffee,
Mm-hmm.
which amazing enough, you can add milk to, you can do this, you can do that if you
We
want.
get it. We get it.
Yeah. Then you have
Espresso.
the espresso machine where you
Go through a
press
bunch of
little
more different things.
press little buttons. Hot water gets forced through grounds, bloody bloody blah, into probably a shot glass or something like that. The shot glass gets emptied into a mug, and you have black coffee.
No, you
You
have
can then add
espresso.
water to it to make it
You
into an
do all kinds of things
americano.
to it to make it different things. We'll just put
Yeah,
it that way.
yeah. but essentially it's
No, it's
yeah,
espresso. Please,
yeah.
it's an Italian thing. Coffee's an Italian thing.
I thought the Chinese
Espresso is
came up with that.
espresso. Coffee is coffee.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah, I
Period.
mean, I agree. An espresso is different from an americano, mainly because it's had water to it to
No, it's still espresso.
kind of
In oh my god, forget. Let's drop it. Let's drop it because you're not getting it.
uh patron led. Say, I'm just yeah, yeah. Um,
What's our chat? What's our lovely chat talking about?
oh, Zebulon, I have to disagree with that one. He says just eat coffee ice cream. It's easier. I don't like coffee flavored ice cream.
You know what? I've never ever tried coffee flavored ice cream. I'm such a creature of habit with the chocolate. I love the chocolate.
Hmm.
That I never really. When I was younger and I went places, like I would try different things at the ice cream parlors. I used to love. I went through a phase of butter pecan. Um, when Haagen-Dazs opened in my town, I love going there. But I used to go to Carvel all the time, and they had chocolate and vanilla soft serve, which I love. Love soft serve. Or
Hmm.
they had the hard pack of different flavors. And Baskin Robbins with a 31. And on occasion, if somebody else was with me and they were trying something different, I would taste theirs. But normally, my cone or cup would always go back to chocolate. On occasion, vanilla if I was having stuff on it. But even
Right.
my sundaes, I like with chocolate with hot fudge.
Hmm. My well, I'll normally have vanilla or chocolate if I
Do you
have
like
ice
hot
cream.
fudge?
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I tend to prefer not having stuff like that over it.
What about like bananas and cherries, whipped cream?
No.
That's more banana split area, but I don't like the
Yeah.
banana split because it's too big. So I get a sundae with bananas. It's like bananas and
I
ice cream. Bananas and ice cream's
mm,
good.
I like bananas, but I have a mental cliff that I have to scale to actually think, yeah, let's have a banana.
Is it the shape?
No,
Is it the
I
texture?
I don't know.
Mm.
I th- I th- I think it's one of those things that harks back to childhood in the days of when something was something flavored. It was just chemical.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I
So
don't
I
like flavored things. I like the
yeah,
actual thing. Yeah.
yes, I still have that association of yeah, a
Yeah.
banana flavored thing is yuck. So therefore, bananas are yuck. So
I have a friend who, when she was younger, drank too much bananas Foster or something like that. It's a liquor. Um,
okay.
it's a banana flavored thing, and I don't know what it's called actually, but um, so now she can't have anything banana flavored at all because she'll throw up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. I I think we have something called creme de banane over here, but
Maybe
which is
that's it.
banana
I don't
flavored
know,
liqueur. But yeah,
honey. I'm not
uh, I
drinking.
I haven't been tempted with that at all.
No, I like banana. I do. I like bananas on Cheerios. It's a beautiful
Hmm.
breakfast. Fills you up and everything. But anywho, um, oh fuck, what was I about to say?
Saying about coffee and High Night Wolf, before I forget.
No, it was not about me.
Captain Cactus misses the days of just walking into a greasy spoon and getting a coffee.
Right? Just a diner. I miss diners. They don't have them
Mm,
out here like they have 'em back home. Diners are a thing in New York. Well, obviously, if you know anything
hmm.
about New York, you know diners are a thing. And I miss them so much that I found the there's an iconic cup in New York. Brendan probably knows it. It's a coffee cup. It's got
Uh huh.
Greek writing and iconic kind of I can't say the word. Help me. Icon.
Iconic.
iconography. I just butchered that word, sorry guys, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay,
All
pictures
over
on
it.
the side. It's got pictures on it.
And it's just the official coffee cup of New York, basically, it's become. They make them in ceramic now, so you can have a
Right.
permanent one. And
Aha.
I have it on my wish list.
Right.
It's just great because if if you've been to New York or you lived in New York, you know this cup. And I mean, it's been every movie in New York or TV shows like Seinfeld. You see it all the time when they got coffee out. It's just Greek places use it all the time, and now everybody probably does. It's just an unbranded because everybody uses it. Thing. I don't know. It's just
How
iconically New York.
how dare Greek restaurants use Greek uh, sort of writing on their cups? The
What?
very cheek of it.
I love it. I love a Greek diner. There's a Greek diner, by the way.
Hmm.
A lot of diners are Greek in on the East Coast, not just New York. I miss the food. A diner is a great place to go when you're actually hungry. You want good, solid food, like you want grilled cheese and fries, or you,
Yes,
or even something like stuffed banana leaves. I mean, grape leaves. Um,
vine
they
leaves even.
what?
Yes.
No, the grape leaves. Um, they or gyro, which some people still pronounce gyro.
Hmm.
Um, they but usually you want hamburger fries or you want like just it's comfort food, and you can go anytime, day or night. A lot of people go. You'll see like if you go at night, you'll see big groups of people just drinking coffee and eating very little. Those are people for after a meeting, like AANACA. They all go for coffee after the meetings, and so there's a certain time of night you see them gathered and talking still. And then I would go in. Uh, if you partake in the devil's lettuce, some at some point in the night you're gonna get really really hungry. There's always a diner. You know what I'm saying? Or
Hmm.
if you do shift work and you need something to eat, it's great for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and at any time. Breakfast at 8 o'clock at night. They'll make it for
Yeah.
you. I love that.
Yeah.
I love a diner. It's like mom. A diner is mom.
There's a lot to be said for good, solid food.
Oh,
Hmm.
no fuss, no muss, just good food made well, and lots of
Hmm.
it. They get the fries you get
Well,
when you
yeah.
order fries in a diner. You get a lot of fries.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully made well. There are some places where, yeah, not quite so good. There's a reason that we call or used to call those little places greasy spoons.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of them make great food.
Hmm.
They're not fancy. They don't have the best decorations and
Oh,
furniture even,
yeah,
but they're
yeah. I
good.
mean, if I want scrambled eggs on toast, I don't want um, truffle shavings or little
Right.
twists of fruit zest over it or this or that. Yeah, no, I want toast
Yeah.
and
Yep.
I want the scrambled eggs.
Go to a diner.
That's the end of the job description. Yeah, don't put anything else on it. I mean, if I want something else on it, which is probably brown sauce, I'll put it
If you're
on
looking for
myself.
a cup of coffee, not a
Yeah,
latte or
yeah.
biscotti with it, you go to a fucking diner and they give you a good cup of coffee, or hot cocoa is good there too.
Hmm.
It's just good, honest food. Love it.
Yep. Hmm.
It's a dying art though.
I mean, I would say, how hard is it to make a decent cup of coffee or decent?
Some people
Yeah.
suck. Joy made
Mm,
a pot of coffee today, and I was like, "Where's the coffee? Like, there's no coffee in this coffee. You've got to get it right."
yeah.
What is their lovely chat saying? I'm sorry.
It's quite okay. Um, oh yes, Graham was saying something about stopping off at well, he called it a little thief, or somebody called it a little thief. We had a chain of places dotted around the country called Little Chefs on the side of the
Oh,
road, where you could sort
like
of
a diner?
a bit like a diner, yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
They were cheap and cheerful, but somebody said yeah, and as Captain Cactus said, yeah, Graham, the days of stopping at a little thief on the way to a rally, the good old days.
Why keep calling it a
Um,
little thief?
um, I suppose because they're a bit expensive.
Oh, okay.
And Graham says, yes, oh my God, that brings back memories. They did have good pancakes, though.
See, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and Taipan is stepping between us, going ding, 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 round two, come out arguing.
Uh, what else?
Zebulon is saying, don't forget rum and raisin ice cream. I'm trying to. I don't like rum and
I've
raisin ice
never
cream.
had that either, but never.
It's, yeah.
I like both
Uh,
things.
yeah, I do. But together, well,
That's
as
good.
the ice cream,
It's an interesting
no.
color usually.
Yeah, it's the thing is, it doesn't even, to me, doesn't even really taste like rum. So,
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And Bellywood is navigating the Docklands Light Railway, going through Canary Wharf, and she's got 10 minutes until the next coffee.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll drink for you.
Be strong, Bellywood. You can make it.
Where's she on her way to? Work?
Good question. At this time
Right.
of day, I don't know. It obviously depends. But anyway, hi, Irish stew.
Hi there. What's your favorite diner food, guys? For me, grilled cheese and fries. It's my
Hmm,
go-to at a diner. I love a grilled cheese. There was a diner at the. Unfortunately, it's not there anymore because it was at the basement of the World Trade Center. Uh,
right,
and they made the best motherfucking. There's also one though in the Empire State Building that has a
right.
good grilled cheese and a great hot cocoa.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to segue into the plots of the film Batteries Not Included.
I don't get it.
Well, you know, have you seen the film?
No.
It's about a little family-run diner that's in an area that's being basically bought up and redeveloped, and they're the only ones that haven't sold out.
Oh, yeah, we see that in New York a lot.
Mm. It's quite a fun little film.
Uh,
Some UFOs help them put it back together.
Interesting.
Mhm.
In those situations, the little
Josh,
guy never wins.
no, not in real life. Which is why
I
it's
had
a
a
film.
friend who had whose neighborhood was bought up. She was the last one standing.
Hmm.
They were waiting for her to die, and then they're gonna buy it out from the family because the kids wanted
Right.
to sell. She wouldn't sell.
Yeah.
So that's what they
Yes.
did. They waited her out.
Yeah. That can often be the way. I mean, there's yeah, for valid reasons. There's somebody who holds out because it's the family home, but
And
the next
it was built by the family, by her
yeah the next
father, and
yeah the next generation don't have that absolute connection with it. So
they should because it was a
they're
great house that they'll never have. They'll
right.
never have anything like that.
Yeah. But man, yeah, some people it's more the money than anything else.
Yeah, but they don't own their own houses anymore. They're all
Hmm.
renting now, and shitty places on top of it. So,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Well, I don't know whether it's diner food that Josh was referring to, but he reckons leftover pizza is the breakfast of champions.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm asking for your diner food. Your go-to
Right.
diner food.
Okay, we have egg and chips from Captain Cactus.
Nice.
Bellywood corned beef, egg and chips.
Yes.
If anybody says spam, you're being shown the exit. Just saying.
Why? I've never had spam personally. My
Hmm.
dad loved it though.
Right. We've got bacon, egg, sausages, and grilled tomato from Taipan.
Oh, nice breakfasts.
Fried chicken or steak from Joshua.
Nice.
Brendan reckons steak and eggs or spinach omelette with a side of sausage.
Oh, Brendan. That omelet
Uh,
sounds wonderful.
Irish
Mm.
stew, bacon and egg in soda bread.
Soda bread, I don't think I've ever had, but bacon and eggs is my favorite breakfast. How do you like your
And
eggs? How do you like your eggs? Need to know. I
on
like
somebody else's plate normally.
I like mine over easy to over medium, depending
I
on how I'm eating it. Hmm.
I like omelettes and scrambled eggs. Pretty much any other form of egg you can. No, I just don't do.
I used to get breakfast for myself and my mom from around the corner at this bodega that had a little grill in it, a griddle for breakfast, and they used to make bacon, egg, and cheese on a hard roll. And I'm telling you, it was so damn good. Oh, sunny side up. Like it was nothing. You didn't ask for anything fancy. Sunny side up, sunny side up. So thing. And then I think he turned it over quickly, to get it all cooked through. And then he put cheese, put bacon, and he puts a lot of bacon on it too, on a fresh hard roll. That's the best eating in the morning. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry. And it was
That's
like a
right.
dollar fifty. It was like a dollar fifty for the whole thing. Great. Good.
Um, Zebulon apparently wants a tennis match for his breakfast. He wants a breakfast grand slam.
Oh, Denny's? Cool.
Brendan mentioned spam on a biscuit. Um, the exit's over there, Brendan. Thank you very much.
Oh, stop.
Uh,
My dad loves spam, man.
Jason reckons bacon, ham, sausage, toast, and home fries.
Beautiful breakfast.
Hmm.
Sometimes the old fashioned breakfast is just the best. Sometimes you just want, like, something on the go, with like a sandwich, like I
Yeah,
said. But
yeah.
sometimes a sit down breakfast is beautiful. I don't know that I've ever had a time in my life that I could have that every day. I picture rich people doing that, or people who have like go out to
What,
breakfast every
what,
morning. That's not good.
um, used to have breakfast at home, but
See, my family was never a breakfast family. My mom wouldn't get up early to do breakfast like that. My dad did it on
oh,
Sundays, so we'd have the real big breakfast. Like he'd
right.
make pancakes or French toast, or he'd make eggs and eggs and eggs and eggs and all the bacon and sausages, and like he would just put it all. Like he'd get the griddle out, and he had the stove going, like everything. It was gorgeous. My
Hmm.
dad loved to do Sunday breakfast or brunch.
Um, Bellywood, I sympathise and feel sorry for you
Mm.
because she says for her breakfast muesli with hemp seeds and yogurt. Oh
No,
dear.
you're a health nut. Okay.
Mm, well,
We would go
yes.
to, but back to Sunday breakfast. We would go to church first, and then on the way home, we'd stop at Corelli's, which is the Italian pastry shop, get the pastry, and then come home, have breakfast, and then later on we'd have the pastries.
Right.
Sometimes we had pastry for breakfast. Ooh, an Italian pastry. Ooh, it's worth getting up and going to church for. If you don't go to
Didn't
church, you don't get pastry.
didn't Corelli have a mandolin?
He's trying to be cute about my family pastry shop.
No.
I don't
The
know,
book.
Mr. and Mrs. Corelli I know had no mandolins.
Right. Okay. It's just the book and the film Captain Corelli's Mandolin.
I don't know. I never saw it. I know the Corelli
Uh.
family. They
Mhm.
had a pastry shop, no mandolin. Every birthday cake I ever got was from them growing up. Rum cake. Ooh, you like rum? You'd like it. Their rum cake is good.
Mm.
Do you know what it is?
I can imagine.
No, you can't. It is like vanilla cake, white cake, whatever. Um, and it's 3 layers. the cake, and then like I want to say vanilla custard between the bottom layer and the middle. Then the second layer of filling would be chocolate custard, and then there's another layer, or no, there's two layers of custard. One was chocolate, one was vanilla, and then the bottom of the cake is soaked in rum.
Mm-hmm.
So there's about a quarter of an inch maybe of rum on the it's, and then it's taken out and like it drips and then it's uh I liked mine with a um whipped cream. I didn't like buttercream growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, a kid that didn't like buttercream, but no, I like whipped cream, and it's just a lovely, lovely cake. It really is very traditionally Italian. And I was gonna get my wedding cake from them even. And it was gonna be Italian rum cake
Mm-hmm.
because it's a good thing. And then I got to this phase where I didn't want to be Italian all the time, and I was like, I want strawberry shortcake, and I got it,
You
and
sorry, you want what? Something shortcake?
strawberry shortcake,
Oh, strawberry. Okay.
and I love strawberry shortcake. It is my favorite cake. It really is, but I can't find it anymore. Nobody makes strawberry shortcake. They make strawberry cake, strawberry flavored cake. But no, I
Mm-hmm.
want, the sponge cake with the strawberries and, whipped frosting. Why is it so hard to find? I don't get it.
No idea. Tastes change, and people who make stuff like that um, tend to try and tell, well, subtly tell people what they want or need to buy.
Yeah, now you get cake that has lavender
Mm,
and patchouli shit. I don't know what's in it. It's not food.
yeah.
I don't want to smell my cake. I want to eat it. What are you doing?
Hmm.
Sorry, guys. I got
Yeah,
off on
that's all right.
a tangent. I squirreled it.
You
What do
did.
they say? What are you talking about?
Oh, Captain Cactus says, "How do you like your eggs?" It used to be a euphemism for wanting to spend the night with someone.
Yep. Yep.
How how do you like your eggs in the
Yep.
morning? Unfertilized, piss off. Yes.
That's a bad pickup line. How you like your eggs?
Mm,
Shut up and go away. Alone?
yeah. Joshua Lee reckons French toast or waffles are always a good breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Ooh.
and Joshua
What I
reckons that
find?
Little
Uh-huh.
Debbie makes strawberry shortcake rolls.
Yeah, that's all the same thing.
Right.
Um, and I find most restaurants lately, even IHOP and stuff like that, do not make French toast right. They don't let the bread soak in the custard long enough. Like I watched the chef, he had thick pieces of bread. He's like, you gotta let that soak for 20 minutes, maybe 30. You want that custard clear, soaked in
Mm,
all the way through. You don't want a dry spot in the middle. You don't want just you be eating French toast and bite into it and there's bread in the middle, just bread. No, it should be custard throughout.
yeah,
Sorry.
sounds lovely.
You don't like French toast?
Um, I don't think I've ever had it. Not.
Oh, you love it.
I'm surprised you like anything with the word French in it.
I know, right?
Mm,
Unfortunately, but like French fries,
hmm.
which are not French,
French. Yeah.
they're Dutch. Anyways,
Yep.
what else am I missing?
Um.
What am I missing? Besides, I need
Um.
water. So.
Yeah. Bellywood's first coffee shop, 15 grams coffee house by Greenwich Market, and she's going to have a macchiato.
Oh, nice. Okay, enjoy that, baby.
Hmm.
Um, just straight macchiato. You're gonna have caramel, anything like that.
Right. So that starts getting my sort of a
Frou-frou-ish. Do you?
twitch a little bit at all the little things you can do with coffee and
It's flavoring, honey. It's
yeah,
all.
I know, but that's the thing. I want a coffee, so
Well, you're
I
boring.
Yeah, I know people like other
Flavor?
things in their coffee. I mean, but yeah,
Flavor?
for
Yeah, we
me,
like
coffee.
flavor.
Yeah, and so do I, and that's coffee flavor.
Okay, that's great. But every
Hmm.
once in a while, a nice dash of caramel, or some people like pumpkin spice. I don't near.
Yes.
Let them have
Um,
it.
Joshua. No, I quite like French bread, and I like French onion soup.
I'm not a fan of
Al-
French onion soup. I don't think. It's been a
al-
long time since I had it.
Although there was one restaurant that we used to go to. Uh,
Mm.
well, I liked the French onion soup, but the way they served it was
What do you mean?
aggravating as hell.
What do you mean?
Be well, um, with soup you tend to get some bread by the side often,
Yeah.
which is nice. French onion soup you tend to have croutons in.
Yeah.
This came in, yeah, basically a standard sort of soup bowl,
Mm-hmm.
but their crouton was effectively a slice of French bread, which was the diameter of the bowl.
Oh, it's just like wedged in there, huh?
Yeah, so I want to
Yeah.
get to the soup.
How do
I
you
can't
do that?
see the soup. So you get your spoon and push the bread down, which of course displaces the soup,
And it
which,
spills.
yeah,
Why didn't you pick it
uh,
up?
because it's bloody hot.
The bread was hot?
Well, it's semi-submerged in the soup.
Well, couldn't you like off kilter it?
Somebody's any attempt to get it out would
Yeah.
effectively displace the soup. It's all
That
messy
was dumb.
and
I'd have them take it back and take it out and
yeah,
put the bread on the side.
yeah,
Or ask them how to eat it. Either way,
yeah.
they served it. They should know. It's stupid. Sometimes chefs get into the plating so much that they're like, make no sense.
Mm,
You know.
yeah. Brendan reckons that's pretty standard here.
But
Um,
but
I assume the slab of French bread blocking access to your soup.
and I'm sure there's a way of dealing with it. Simon
Mm.
just doesn't know.
Certain there is. I used to uh, when I used to go on computer courses uh,
Hmm.
held by Hewlett Packard in their one of the big campuses. I used to stay at a hotel quite near the place that I it's quite near Broadmoor, the secure
I
mental
know where
ward.
that is. Yeah.
Hmm. And once a week or once in the week, I would go to a restaurant in the local town,
Hmm.
and they did really superb pies. So you have a pie dish
Well, you
with
tell
a
the
dome.
story. I'm gonna get water. Good.
Yeah, okay, with a dome of flaky pastry over the top. The pies were delicious, but getting into them through the flaky pastry was an absolute nightmare because you dig your knife, your fork in, and whatever, and the pastry would explode and puff around everywhere, and it'd be a complete nightmare and a mess. Yeah, delicious to eat, whatever, but messy. Then I think after about the third or fourth time I'd been there, I sat down and there's an older couple on a table just nearby, and just out of idle curiosity, I was sort of watching them because they'd got their pies, and I thought, I wonder how they deal with them. And the woman got a knife out and just ran the knife horizontally across the top of the pie dish and lifted up the crust completely. No mess, nothing. And I thought, that's bloody brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? But hey ho. Good morning, Mike. How are we doing?
So your mic came in.
Sorry?
Did your mic came in?
Mike 71.
Hi. Yeah, I didn't think Cantonese.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you tell your story about?
I did.
All
Thank
right.
you for listening.
Well, you've told me that story before. That's why I got up then to
Yes.
get the water.
Hmm. Yep. And I say, swinging back to Broadmoor,
Mhm.
do you remember the fact you know about the OED now?
No. And I also haven't told my story about Webster, but go ahead. What's the OED thing? I can't
Okay.
remember.
Well, go for your Webster one.
Nope.
Right. Okay. Oxford English Dictionary. When they were compiling it, they put out adverts in newspapers.
Oh, that's right, the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Send us a word, give us the definition, and give us an example of the
How
word
to
in
use it in a
use.
sentence, yeah.
Yeah. So they got all these sort of things sent to them, and apparently they got a lot from one particular person. And he was a doctor. He was actually an American doctor, and it was on hospital headed notepaper. So they thought
Broadmoor.
he was a doctor in the hospital,
Hmm.
except he was actually an inmate in Broadmoor Hospital because I don't know why they'd found him criminally insane, but because he'd shot somebody in the back, I suppose. But
That's, yeah, but why
yeah,
insane? This is criminal.
yeah, yes. So yeah, he was a resident of Broadmoor Hospital, and because he'd seen the newspaper and read it, and he'd got nothing better to do, he
He just,
sent in lots of entries, words and stuff on Broadmoor Hospital headed notepaper.
they thought he was stuff.
Yeah. So
Um,
a lot of the words in the OED come from somebody who was in a secure mental hospital.
don't you feel proud? So Daniel
Oh, absolutely.
Webster was high school, maybe college student. It was high school or college during the Revolutionary War,
Hmm.
and he thought a revolution in politics and stuff should have a revolution in language as well.
Right.
He thought that aristocrats held the words like how they add "u" to color,
Yeah.
and also since he lived in New York, which had been New Amsterdam, there
Yep.
was the Dutch spelling of different things like stoop, which is the front steps of your house, would be
Hmm.
STOOP, but the Dutch spelled it STOEP, stuff like that, right?
Yep.
And so he thought, there should be a new American dictionary with the American way of doing it, and he made the dictionary.
Right. It
I thought it was
it
kind of interesting.
makes a certain amount of logical sense. Yeah.
Yeah, he just tried to solidify things for what he saw as a new country.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a good idea. It,
Yeah,
but it is still quite strange that America doesn't have an official national language.
well, because how could we? We're a melting pot, right? It's
Mm,
not. It's part of what we are. What the
yeah.
experiment that is America is.
Yes. But when all that stuff was being set up in the 18th century, you were still pretty much, yeah. I, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know. I
mean,
mean,
I would
I
say unofficially it's English, obviously, and
yes.
that's unofficially the official language of business around the world, really.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
in in most business settings, no matter what country you're in, if there are people from different countries there, most speak English, even if there's not an American there.
Yeah. Which leads to one of my sort of favorite ironies about
And what's that?
English. English is being the lingua franca of the world.
Oh God,
Sorry, I just love that.
somebody stop me,
Um,
please.
and,
Too
and
early.
Taipan wonders, did Webster fail English at school? Oh, ouch.
Ah, you're stupid. An Australian saying that? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Um, what else? Cute things.
Um,
I found out that UK is both sides of Wyoming. I've been looking for the state. It's Wyoming.
right.
You can fit in. Yeah. I only know that because we have a couple state parks in America
Uh-huh.
um, that are about one is as big as Wales, all of Wales, and
Yep.
one is as big as Wales and Northern Ireland.
Hmm.
It's weird. a park in America that big. Well, they're both in Alaska, but still, they're in America.
Yes.
It's like you know that there's a difference between in sizes between our countries, but that's just
There is,
huge. Yeah, like
but
when
size
we
doesn't
say
matter.
like you guys say, it's a long trip to go somewhere. I'm
Mm,
thinking you're talking about 18 hours plus, and you're talking about 3. And I'm like, what?
yeah.
What? It's not a long trip. That's me going to my grandmother's house. What?
Mhm.
I don't get it. Yeah, because 3 hours is like a nothing drive for an American, usually. Um,
It's basically the sort of cultural differences, expectations,
yeah,
what the perceived norm is,
yeah. Like a friend of mine.
and
Yeah,
we don't have the space for the open roads to get
right.
from A to B quickly.
But you can drive from north to south in how long?
Um, it depends on the roadworks. Depends if you get caught on the
But
M25. Depends.
without all that, just how long it should take by mileage.
Well,
Now I get
from the
the
south
answer.
of it, from the south of England to the north of England, directly south north, at the speed limit of 70, about 6 hours.
Really? Your whole country in 6 hours?
Yeah.
That's amazing to me. 6 hours doesn't. Wow.
Mm.
um.
Yes, I'm sure Joshua is about to say, "Yeah, I drive 6 hours in that direction, and I'm still in the same state."
Yeah, there's a lot of places you would. California,
Mm.
definitely. Florida,
Yeah.
Colorado. A lot of states you would. I think most states even you could. Um, except for maybe like Maine. No, Maine.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, Maine too. Like, what's a small one? Rhode Island, maybe.
Rhode Island's quite a small one, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah. Um. Wow, that's interesting to me.
Hmm.
Um. Now, what about side to side, west, east to west? Like,
That depends on where you are. If you're going from the far southwest, tip of Cornwall, to the far east, Kent, I have no idea, to be honest. I've no idea how long that would take. If
longer
you
or
were to,
shorter?
it's shorter. If you were to
Yeah.
drive it on the roads, I think it would take longer because the roads aren't that good. But
Because I know a
um,
friend of mine walked in a weekend from one side of England to the other.
right. Well,
So I'm pretty sure it's east west.
up north, round about the Newcastle
You
area.
know where he
If
lives, that
it
beach resort area. Remember I told you?
it's maybe
What is it?
I say up near Newcastle, about east west. It's about 75 miles across.
I showed Captain the place too. Captain, you remember where it was? It looked really nice.
Right. As Irish Dublin says, and glad you made it, even if you reckon you're a bit late. Speed limits, fuck that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hmm.
As long as you arrive safely, that's all I care about.
Yeah, Taipan's flexing, saying that's nothing.
Oh, stop.
He can drive for 2 days and still be in the same state here.
You are just a show off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could drive for 2 days and not see anybody either.
Uh,
At
Graham
least we have
reckons about
civilization.
uh, 5.5 hours east to west.
Okay, thank you. So, wait a minute. You live in a square? It was 6 hours one way, north south, and then almost the same east west. Your country should be a square, not a rectangle.
or or a circle.
Yeah, but it's not. It's sort of rectangular-ish, isn't it?
More triangularish, perhaps.
Yeah, but still, you know what I'm saying.
the southwest sort of dangles out like a.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Yeah, I've gone like 18 hours and from like New York, New Jersey area to Columbus, Ohio for car shows. Straight shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's another thing. You guys would pull over several many times. For us, we could drive that easily without pulling over because we're so used to the long distances.
Refueling.
If we have to, that's what we stop for. But that's it. We
Right.
don't like pull over for anything. Like we know how to do a road trip
Right.
here. You know, cooler snacks, some
Mm.
Baby Bell cheeses, and healthier snacks, and then you have the junk
Um,
food, and
as I
drinks.
suspect, right, as I
But,
suspected, I was wrong on the north-south distance,
mm,
so it will take a bit longer to drive.
yeah. Have you done
Um,
it? Have you ever
uh,
wanted to do
uh,
it?
Cat. What I was doing was England. I wasn't including Scotland. That might be.
Ah, there you go. Because I was asking for the island itself, not just your country.
Okay. Sorry.
My bad. I probably asked the question poorly. That's on
Mhm.
me. But for do you guys enjoy road trips as much as we do?
I enjoy driving.
But I mean, going out, driving to where you want to go instead of, well, I guess flying or whatever, because you want to see the sights. Do you guys have that? Do you have roadside attractions like we do?
No, generally not.
No big dinosaurs or mystery spots or anything like that?
Big dinosaurs, yes, but only in the Palace of Westminster.
Okay.
Um, no, generally not. I mean, we have Legoland and stuff like that, but yeah, they are
They're not
no.
something that's just on the side of the road that
Mm,
calls your attention for an hour or so to stop and look and then go
um,
back on the road.
not really.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
It's part of Americana, and we love it. There's
Mm,
like you'd be driving down a highway in the middle of the desert, and all of a sudden you see Fred Flintstone's house or the
mm,
big dino that he used as a crane, and you're like, wait a minute, that's his whole town. That's Bedrock over there. And you pull off, and you can walk around Bedrock,
yeah.
or
I mean,
you're driving down the road more, and you see a giant Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox or something like that. It's like it's cool.
um, I, I don't know if it's still there. I suspect not, but a while back, somebody in Wales um, carved a fallen tree into the shape of a dragon.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So apparently got close to causing a few accidents. People driving along and suddenly thinking,
I could
"Holy crap, that's a."
imagine.
Yeah.
But over here, it would
And
just been like, oh, dragon. Let's pull over. Look at it.
hmm, yeah, mind you, it was a bloody impressive bit of carvery. It was
Well, it probably took a
very,
while too.
yeah. Um, apart from that, the only thing I can think of is the Angel of the North, the statue up outside Newcastle or Gateshead.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
eye catching, and it's a
For
lot
sure.
better than I expected it to be.
Did somebody just leave it there or what?
No, it was. I forget the reasons why it was constructed or what have you, but there's a fair bit of controversy about it
Why?
when it was being decided upon, and people thinking,
Why?
"Oh no, that's going to look rubbish," or "Why are
Why?
you doing that? Why are you wasting your money? Why this? Why that?"
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Was it private? Was it government? Like, give some details, sir.
I don't know. It was council, local government funded.
Oh, there you go. That's something.
Yeah. Um,
If it was privately funded, nobody had anything to say about it. That's what I'm saying.
well, yes, they would because it's on public.
Well, I didn't know
Um,
that. You didn't give
yeah,
us any information. So how was it?
yeah. Well, yeah. Apart from the fact it's a large metal statue of an angel, it's Now I
Metal?
don't know.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that either.
yeah.
What kind of metal?
Um, Iron, I think, because it's rusted.
Oh, too bad.
No, it actually helps with the appearance of it.
So it's a
It was,
nice patina, is what you're saying.
I believe it was designed to actually have that
Yeah.
happen. And yeah,
It's called
you.
it. And it's not rusted. It's called it has a patina.
Hmm, but you when you're driving up north, you're going up a slight incline and round a bend, and then it sort of pretty much suddenly appears.
Oh, pretty
Hmm.
meaningful.
Yeah, it's nice.
We have
Yes,
things
yes, Irish. It's the plane shaped one. The
we
wings are like wings.
we have things dotted all over the country like that, and
Hmm.
it's just as you're going from place to place, you have points of interest, I guess you'd call them, along the road, and that's what during the 50s it was what got people driving in America, and that's what the government wanted, like see America, right?
Hmm.
Don't fly to wherever, just see things. Don't fly to Disneyland, drive it and see things on the way. You can find great little towns that are kept alive through road travel, road tourism, you know?
Hmm.
And I love that. I still do. And I think it's iconically, I guess, American thing to do.
Hmm. Zebulon says they've got the world's largest ball of twine.
I've heard of that, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then there's the bigger attractions like, Grand Canyon and stuff.
Oh yeah, anybody can have a hole in the ground. Puh.
Um, that stupid little art project with those faces on it on the side of the mountain. I don't even know who those
Yeah,
resources be.
indeed. Yeah.
I'd love to see Rushmore. There's even a thing you can do there, and they can lead you to up close. I'd like to do that. Maybe look at them from on top.
What? Climb up one of their noses?
No, you can go to the top and look down. I believe. I don't know if they still do it, but can you imagine having to be on the crew there that maintains it? Because parts break off a lot or
Hmm.
get chipped and stuff. Nature happens. To have to go
Yep.
climb up there and try to fix it, that's big.
Right.
How did he do that? That's amazing. Like he did that with dynamite and shit, dude. It's crazy.
Irish says she's seen it. I'm assuming it's Rushmore she's referring to.
Yeah.
And
Or a
Mike
canyon.
says there's a water tower in the shape of a ketchup bottle in Collinsville, Illinois.
Oh, neat. I know there's a water
Ah,
tower in the shape of a Scotch bottle somewhere too.
mhm. And Irish has also seen the Trinity site and the nuke test site.
Nice. See, I
Do I
love it.
do I do I detect a theme there, Irish?
I don't get it.
Well, weapons.
Rushmore?
The Trinity site and the nuke test site.
But she also said Rushmore.
Yes, I was
That's
referring
cool.
to the Trinity one. Captain Cactus reckons they look after Rushmore. I assume it is with super glue and a Stanley knife, or that's how he made it.
Yeah. There's
And
you can when you're there. There's a little museum that shows you. They have pictures of them as they are making it, and wow, it's astounding. Because don't forget, it's not easy to draw on that scale, because you're up close and you're drawing. But to
yeah,
sculpt on that scale, because you can't step back and look at it, because you're on the side of a motherfucking mountain. It's just
well,
insane to me that they pulled it off as well as they did. Like it's insane to me.
mhm. Oh, I'm really sorry for you, Irish. Apparently, they wouldn't give her any plutonium.
Oh, did
The
you know
the
there's
big
supposed to be?
meanies.
Did you know there's supposed to be more to Rushmore than there is? Mm-hmm.
Um, in what way? They're hollow. They're actually in ICBM sites. They're
To the actual art that is Rushmore. There's more to. There's supposed to be more. It was
oh,
planned to have
sorry.
more to it.
Okay, sorry. They were going to put more heads.
No, no. They're gonna
No,
put a scroll with the declaration on it.
right. Okay,
But couldn't happen. I don't know if the guy died first or like
right.
it just wouldn't fit. Or I don't know. I
Hmm.
can't remember the story why it didn't happen. But yeah, it was gonna be
Right.
next to it. Can you
Right. Okay.
imagine that? Seeing it huge. I'm sorry. What did you want to? What else? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I say,
Oh, go ahead.
wouldn't that have been a bit invidious having just the four heads and the scroll? When you say
Foreheads?
scroll,
There's three.
is it three?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, more than three of them drew up the declaration, didn't they? Didn't they?
Yeah, but it's not the heads had nothing to do with it. It's just
I'm
it's just a
confused as
it's
hell
a
then.
love letter to America, basically. His that
Right.
Rushmore
Okay.
itself. It's his love for America that
Right.
made him do it, and he just wanted to, put "We the People" on the side of the.
Hmm.
I I just can't imagine how much they could have put on
Yeah.
it, or if it was just going to be like the preamble. I don't know.
Right.
I just
I'm
remember seeing the original drawing of it.
right. I'm being told that I was right. There are four heads.
Really? My bad. Mm, really?
Well, there could
Wait.
be eight because each of them has a forehead.
Oh, shut up.
So,
I'm trying to.
uh,
Where did I lose
Jason,
one?
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not denying. I'm just trying to. I picture it in my head. I've lost the head.
Hmm.
Maybe it's the vantage point I'm looking at it.
If I try and picture it, I just get an amorphous something on the side of a mountain, and memory tells me there was four, but I couldn't have told you who they were. I could have probably guessed at a couple, but
I saw somebody get a tattoo of it, and it was absolutely ghastly. You said they rushed.
right.
That's something you gotta take your time. We're gonna take like 50
Hmm.
hours on because you're gonna wanna. And I don't even know how to you plan it out to look well. If I were to get a monument tattooed on me, I would probably go for something geographic.
Um,
But
no, go geographical. What are you about to say?
no, no, sorry, good. What you were saying?
No, I was just going to say, if it was going to be something, it would be that uh, building in New York. You like, I can't remember the name of it.
That's not a monument, though. That's the problem. It's not a monument. I
Hmm.
said if I was gonna have a monument done,
Right.
I don't know. It's probably, and I was gonna say something, um, maybe Cleopatra's Needle or something like that. Just something clean lines. You know,
Aha.
that's what's interesting about Cleopatra's Needle.
It's not American.
No, it's
It
the
has a
first
twin in.
monument in America.
It has a twin in London.
It's the first monument ever
Hmm.
erected in America.
Yeah.
So, what about you guys? How many people have tattoos here? Tell me about them. Pictures would be cool. We should do a tattoo show. You can show us yours, but I ain't showing you mine.
Why not?
Cause not showing you mine, and mine, you can't have it. No.
Being ex-military, I'm not surprised the Captain Cactus has one or two.
Yeah, what you got, man? What do you have, sir? Your regiment or something?
Um, sure, Taipan has probably got a drop bear tattooed across his back.
Stop calling them drop bears. Their name is koala. They're beautiful animals. They're not some kind of meme or attack
Um,
force.
Graham appears to have a Japanese World War II aircraft tattooed on him.
Okay, I'm dead. Graham has a tattoo. I did not see that coming. I did not see
Well,
that coming.
he said he got 0 tats.
Oh. What does Cap have?
Sorry, Graham. He says no.
He can't be
Uh,
serious.
his regimental one. I assume he means he covered that when he left the service.
Okay. I want to cover the one that I got when I was 18. A, it's not good quality. It's full of blowouts, so you can't even see what it is anymore. No, you can, but it's not sharp. It's supposed to be like an ace of spades, and in the middle, it's a full card, not just the spade. Um, in the middle of the spade on the card, it has a broken heart. Um, but it's fucked up. Yeah, it was never done well. It wasn't done well, and it's $50, at the time. I'd
Mm-hmm.
like to, and I was stupid. 18 years old, I get it right over my heart.
Right.
Where now I would love to have that, that for like something for my parents or my dad. Like I'd maybe get a Darth Vader mask or something for my dad.
And there was me hoping you get a Sackboy tattoo there.
Never.
Sniff.
No. I wanted more and more and more and more, but I didn't have the money. That's the problem. I was gonna get a huge leg piece on the side of my leg, my upper leg, Wolverine, but I couldn't pick out the pose I wanted. Two of them came from comic books, and one came from this amazing Japanese watercolor. Oh my god, it's beautiful. You know those black, they look like ink with their watercolor Japanese paintings.
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly line. There's this beautiful Wolverine that I saw. The fuck was that? Did you hear that?
I heard something. Yes.
I hate that. You can't see. There could be somebody in my house with me and I wouldn't know it. Isn't that wonderful to think about? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Taipan says he thought of getting a life-size tattoo of a huntsman spider, but he doesn't have enough skin. Captain says he's got 2 relating to Dita Jane and 5 others, but
Oh
a couple
yeah.
of those are covering up several others.
Yeah, I know about the Ditas.
Mm-hmm.
They're very pretty. Well done. Um, Anybody else? Nobody here? Interesting.
Well, at least nobody's admitting to it.
That's fine. That
Yeah.
is fine.
Although, would it be?
You don't have to have a tattoo to be cool with me.
I say, would it be rude to say there's a couple of people who I would expect to have a? There we go. Yeah, Irish.
I was waiting for her, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you gotta be kidding me.
right. She's got a Celtic cross on the back of her neck,
Oh, beautiful.
butterflies on both ankles, a small angel
Nice.
behind one of her ears, in hope it will tell me that she needs tells me what she needs to do. Kelly's name on her wrist, but in Irish, and submissive on small of back.
Nice.
Hmm.
A nice collection.
Yeah.
I like it. I love the idea of the angel behind your ear. I just absolutely love
Hmm.
that. I'd like to get an Italian horn. I feel almost um oh god, where is it? Wait. Oh, where's my Italian horn? It's not on me.
But,
I don't feel it. Oh yeah, there's oh, I couldn't feel my Italian horn. I never take it off. I have an Italian horn that I wear around my neck all the time and I couldn't feel it. Because I have two necklaces, one that says bitch and
mm-hmm.
the other one's the Italian horn. I don't feel okay without it. Like the bad luck I have goes way bad when it's not on me. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's superstitious, but Italians are very superstitious. It's protection, and I will I feel better with it on. It's connects me, to my
Right.
roots. And I feel good with it. But and
Yeah.
I'd like to get it done on maybe like down the side of my pointer finger because it's a long thin thing. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
know how long. I don't know how good that would look.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like to get a
Uh,
crucifix as well.
right.
That's there. They'd have to be done in a way that was really I don't know different because everybody you see crosses everywhere, crosses,
And
crucifixes
say
everywhere.
with Ted Neely as the Christ.
Well, he could be the model for the Christ. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Captain says he'd like more done as well. He just needs to win the lottery, and
Yeah.
Irish admits to having one more tattoo.
You can tell me in private if you want.
Oh no,
Um.
she said what it is and where it is.
Oh, go ahead.
Um, it says property of Kelly,
Oh,
and it's slightly below the waist.
that's cool. I have no problem with that.
Hmm.
See, most times though, it's a bad omen to get somebody's name tattooed on you. So I hope you had it done a long time ago and proved that wrong. You're the exception to the rule. Because you and Kelly can get through anything, and I know you can, but don't do it no more. It's scary for me for when I hear a friend of mine saying they're going to get somebody's name on them. Like you're gonna, you must not
Mm,
like them too much because they're not going to be around for long.
yes, you think
It's just
it's
bad juju.
yeah. It's like that sort of meme in films, isn't it? Where Second World War or what have you, somebody gets a letter from home. I've got a letter from home. It's I've got a picture of my girlfriend. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's the next one that's going to be shot.
It's just a bad
Eh,
like tattoo artists try to talk people out of it usually.
Um, Sarah says being married 21 years.
Hmm.
Good for you. Excellent.
You guys are my relationship goal.
Mhm.
Love, yes, you make me happy. Now, did everything go well at the clinic or what?
I suspect she's not been yet. Still
I
bloody
thought she's
early.
been there and back.
No, no, no. It's her clinic day to day, so I don't know whether.
Oh, my bad, honey. I thought you'd gone
Uh,
and like,
hmm,
cause my clinic opens up at 5:30
yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
morning.
I was just guessing. So
Yeah.
I,
So, I don't know about y'all, but have you been to my community page and voted on the polls? There's one open for everybody about the bingo, and there's one for members only. Um, because Nobody told me what they wanted for the bingo weekly or bi-weekly, so there's not going to be one tonight. We can stream though. Uh, I had an idea and I just went right the fuck out of my mind.
Hmm.
Simon, why'd you do that?
I am an idea magnet. What can I say?
Well, then what is it?
I don't know. It stuck to me. I can't see it. Thank you, Jason, for the link to the community tab.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. I haven't checked it either. Um,
Uh, Graham is sucking up by
why,
saying he's voted on both.
thank you, sir. I know I could count on you.
Mhm.
Iris needs to vote on both because, she caused one of them.
Yes. And by the way, I don't know whether we actually said it at the time. I hope we did, but thank you for the idea for that dirty joke thing. It was an awful lot of fun, Irish. So thank you.
Yeah, everybody loved it. And I was like, well, we did it for Irish, not just because of Irish.
Hmm.
So I hope you enjoyed it because it was done in with love for you. Um, I did get a wonderful gift Sunday. I guess I could tell people.
Um,
Um,
I suspect you could. Yes.
so, as you all know, I love the movie Jesus Christ Superstar and Ted Neely as Jesus. I've told the story many times that growing up, I thought I was going to hell because I had a crush on Jesus. When I was real young, I didn't differentiate Ted Neely and Jesus at all, and sometimes I don't. I don't differentiate them now. However, um, God, 15 years ago now, my dad brought my mom and or came home and said that he got tickets to Jesus Christ Superstar, um, and that we're all going, me, my mom, and him. They were on tour because they've been on tour for decades now, um, and they were going to be at a local theater. I was like, oh my god, right? And so the day of the performance, Dad goes to work as usual, and at that he had a delivery service that we delivered for the different pharmacies in our area, and so he was at one of them. It was the Costco pharmacy in Greenwich, Costco, um, and he went behind the counter to pick up the deliveries. The bags had to go out, and he looks up into the store, and Ted Neely's in the store because they were staying near at a hotel nearby, and I guess he needed shampoo and shit. I don't know. He had long hair, and so Ted's looking around and he looks up, sees my dad, and my dad looked like Tony Soprano. He, Italian guy, ponytail because he had longer hair, and at work he put it back, and
Horse his head under his arm.
he had a denim jacket on, and so Ted looks at him. He's like, "You are the coolest looking pharmacist I've ever seen." And my dad's like, thank you, but I'm not a pharmacist." And they start talking. And he says that he's bringing his wife and daughter to see him tonight. And so Ted invited us back, after the show to meet him. So we went to the show. Dad came home and told me the story. And I'm like, yeah, you're full of shit. At first, I didn't believe him. But then I saw the look. And he's like, oh my God, he's serious. So going there, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? Blah, blah, blah. But we saw the performance. It was amazing. We went back. We saw him right away. We were the first people to meet him. Afterwards, there was a line of people, and I got to hug him and everything. Anyways, so it's a huge thing to make Jesus Christ Superstar. It's something I've had since I was a kid. Watched it with my family every year on TV, and then once you could own movies, we had that too. Um, I used to blast a soundtrack as a teenager in my car. Like I love it. So things have been hard for me lately, as you guys know. Um, and Sunday, I'm talking to Cajunese, and he's like, "Did you like the cameo?" I'm like, "What cameo?" He's like, "Scroll up." It had been there for about a day. I didn't notice it in our DM. He got me a cameo from Ted Neely, and it's one of the most beautiful messages I've ever heard. First of all, a cameo, if you know anything about them, is about 2 minutes long. This thing was like 10 minutes long. Ted got very personal and personable. He was thoughtful and just sympathetic, told me some personal stories. It was just amazing. And I cried like an idiot. It's one of the most touching and thoughtful gifts I've ever received. And then we all watched the movie together, me, Jason, uh, and Taipan and Cantonese. And then later that night, my cousin had her baby, so it was a beautiful day. But I just want to thank Cantonese again. It's an amazing gift that I would cherish forever. I might show you guys someday. I don't know if you're even interested in seeing it, but right now it's just too special for me. So I'm sorry. And that's it.
Right. It was a very thoughtful gift.
Like, yeah, it was a surprise. It's not an occasion or anything. So stuff like that, doesn't usually happen to me. Out, but like that kind of thing. I will receive things. Like Simon's always shocking me with things like coffee and stuff like that I love. I'm blessed with the friends I have. I really am. You guys treat me so well. Um, you really do. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't keep going at all. I
Yeah.
really could. I couldn't.
I mm, I vaguely beg to differ about what you said about it not being an occasion because it was a Cajunese.
Oh, fuck you. We're gonna wrap it up now. I need to go.
Uh, um, and back on the adult joke streams, a certain uh, short-haired Irish lass says, and someone said she was worried about it. He 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 he.
Mhm. I was.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going over your time, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, it's Wednesday. That's right.
Yeah, out this evening, but
Wait, how long have we been going now? Because I'm
just over
feeling
an
it.
hour and a half.
Yeah, I'd like to wrap it up if we could.
Yeah, sure. That's okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm starting to feel.
Yeah, let's get you back into bed, shall we?
I need to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you guys for coming, though.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, particularly those on that side of the Atlantic, up at silly o'clock, and Irish in particular.
Yeah.
Not wanting to single her out, but singling her out for being around while she's having to go to the clinic,
Mhm.
which are generally not good
Exactly.
days for her. So really appreciate her being here.
Say hi to Kelly for me. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dalek didn't show up today, did she?
Nope, not
I
seen her.
notice when you guys don't show up, and I worry about you. So always show up. Love you.
Mm-hmm.
Outro. Let's do the
Um, yeah, why not?